Now the first heading is long run total cost curve. I told you there is no fixed cost in long run because all the factors are variable. Everything can be changed in long run. So that is why in long run total cost curve is just like inverted as we have studied in short run. It's known as long run total cost curve. Here is your output. And your second one is long run average cost curve. Again in the long run average cost curve, the shape of average curve is also same, just like you have studied in the short run. It is U, but it is more flatter than the short run average cost curve. In short run average cost curve, the curve of U shape is like this. Average cost curve is like this. This is slightly flatter than the shorter one. So this is your long run average cost curve. And the reason behind why it is U shape are the economies of scale. I will explain you for the economies of scale. The reason behind its U shape is economies of scale. And now the third heading is long run marginal cost curve. In the long run marginal cost curve, again the shape of MC in a long run is the same as we have studied in short run. It's also a J shape, which it looks like a M shape. This is your long run marginal cost. Reason behind this shape is also economies of scale. I will explain you after this topic. So everybody clear with the shapes of the total cost curve, average cost curve, marginal cost in long run? Clear everybody? Now the relationship between long run average cost curve and long run marginal cost curve. I have explained you the relationship between average cost curve and marginal cost curve in short run. Same explanation goes for your long run also. The difference between the curves is, I have told you in short run average cost curve it's exact U, and in the long run it's quite flatter. It's long run average cost curve. And how it is formed? Let me explain you. It happened like this. Short period means 2 to 3 months. See? It's a one average cost curve for 2 to 3 months. Long run means more than 1 year. So it can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this much of these many of shortened curves. These are shortened average cost curve. When the lowest point of these shortened average cost curve are joined, they make a long run average cost curve. This is how long run is formed. The only difference between that is why this is flatter than the short run, because it is a summation of shortened average cost curve. This is how we form average curve also, and this is how we form marginal cost also. So the relationship between AC and MC in the long run is, AC is like this, quite flatter one, and from its lowest point MC will cut, and the relationship will be the same as you study in long run. Here we will write long run average cost and long run marginal cost, and it is your output. Now let me explain you the relationship. Number 1, when AC falls, you can write long run average cost, then long run marginal cost falls greater than AC. When long run average cost. When AC falls, then MC falls greater than AC. See, this is your first relationship. Now the second is long run MC cuts Q, as you can see in the diagram. MC is cutting AC from its lowest point Q. And the third relationship is when long run average cost curve increase, then long run marginal cost curve will increase greater than long run average cost. As you can see in the diagram, when AC is increasing, MC is increasing greater than your AC. And if you want to understand, you can just take an imaginary line like this. For suppose at the 3 level of an output, you can see your AC is this much and whereas your MC is this much high. So you can see a difference. When AC increases, MC increases greater than your AC. So everybody clear with these points? I was talking about why in the long run AC and MC is like U and the J shape. And now the reason is economies of scale. Economies of scale is divided into your two parts. Number one, internal economies and the internal diseconomies. And the second is your external economies and the external diseconomies. When everything is going good in a company, like this. As I have already told you, in a short run, why in the law, because of the law of variable proportion, when the production is increasing at the increasing rate, TP is increasing, it means your first stage increasing return to factor, your cost is decreasing. Same thing happened here also. In the long run, when company is having a good returns, it means they are having internal economies and external economies. Means everything is going good. That is why cost is decreasing. When something start to disbalance between the companies or things just go wrong in their management, marketing and finance, it comes to your internal diseconomies and the external diseconomies. It means then your cost will start to rise like this. This is how your short, long run average cost curve will form because of internal and external diseconomies and economies. Clear? Now let me explain you in detail what are these things. First of all, I am talking about internal economies. See, internal economies means the economies that is related to the expansion of scale of production. When you want to increase the scale of production, and to increase the scale of production, you need first of all technique. Technique means when company is using advanced technology, it will automatically reduce their cost. When you are using advanced technique, it will affect in your cost of production and due to which the cost per head of a good will reduce. When we start division of a labor properly, when we start dividing the work properly, it will create greater specialization. Specialization means everyone will become specialized in their particular field. For example, in the textile industry, one person is only involved in bleaching and one is only involved in dyeing of the products. So they will become specialized in their particular field, due to which when they get perfect in their field, again the cost will reduce. Because they are perfect in their field and they need less time to do the work and with less wastage of product also. Because they know exactly how they want to do the work. So this is the second thing related to your techniques only. Because this is also part of technical knowledge only. First one is when you are buying a new machinery, advanced machinery, reduces the cost. Second is greater specialization. And third thing is the use of byproducts. Here byproducts means, for example, when a company is producing ready-made shirts, obviously there will be a scrap. After cutting the shirt, some waste will also be there. So for these waste material, they can also set up a new plant for it. They will start manufacturing pillows and all. They must use that product for filling it. That scrap that is come from your after cutting and making the clothes. So this is how you can use your products, byproducts. Clear? What is this? Even you can take an example to understand byproduct is, for sugar. For making sugar, the wastage is also there. That pulp that came out, that pulp can also be used in making bags, mats and all. So this is how we can use the byproducts also. So when we are using everything good and good, that is your internal economies. When everything is started going to disbalance, that is your internal diseconomies. Means when your technology becomes obsolete, your specialization is not there, you are not using the byproducts, you are just selling your scrap. So these are your diseconomies. Now the next heading under the internal economies is managerial. Means when the management done by the group of people is the trained one. They are highly qualified and they know how to work. So that is what managerial economies is. Next is marketing. Marketing means to sell the product. Not only selling the product but with the customer satisfaction. Now in internal economies, my next focus will be to sell my product with the customer satisfaction. And I have hired the trained one who know how to publicize the goods, how to advertise the goods so that there is more demand for my product. Clear? Now the fourth point is finance. Finance means that you are getting raw material at low rate of interest. At low rate of interest. When you are hiring the raw material or you are taking on credit at a low rate of interest, or you are taking a money from external market but at a very low rate of interest, is your financial management. Means the company is able to finance their things in a very profit way. And the last thing is your research and development, which we tell us as R&D. Now every company is spending large amount of funds on their R&D. It means company is more and more spending their money in their research and development. They want every time to have something new in their products. Just as you can see in your mobile phones also. Within a month or 2 months, you can see there's something, a new app or some new functions are there in your mobile phones. So that is what the companies are doing. They are spending more and more on research and development, which just affects on your cost. These all things are just affecting on the cost per head. Means your product per head to produce 1 unit, it is reducing. So everybody clear with these points internal? Now your last heading is external economies and external diseconomies. See, I have told you when everything is going good in a company means your inputs are cheaper, your technology is very cheap and it is available from the market, and advanced one you are getting. When supply of skilled labor is getting more and more, and the growth of ancillary industries is increasing, when everything is going good means then your average cost will decrease. When everything start to disbalance means something is wrong in your industries, you are getting at the more rate of interest. When you are taking the raw material at your credit, then you have to pay some interest. Technology is also getting some obsolete and you are not getting an advanced one from the market. You are not having that much skilled labor as you want for your industry, and the growth of ancillary industries is also not going. Then these things are just disbalancing. It is known as external diseconomies. This means that after this, your average cost will start increasing. So first of all, let's study what is external economies. See in the first heading, your external economies. First heading is cheaper inputs. Means you are getting raw material, your plant and machinery, that is all the variable factors, that means all variable factors at very cheaper rate. Means when you are hiring it from the market, you are hiring at very low rate of interest is your cheaper inputs that you are hiring from the external market. That is external, that is why it is known as external economies. Next thing is again technology here. In internal also we study technology, but here we are taking technology from external market. Means we are buying it, and if we are buying a new and advanced one, that is your technological environment, and it is good for the organization that we are having this much, and the Clear? Now the third heading is supply of skilled labor. To work in a company, you need, for example, you need an engineer for your company, a technician one. So if in India, everybody knows that we are having large numbers of engineers available. But if we are not able to have that one and we want to somehow open a factory in Kanpur and we need the technical laborers for it, we are not going to have that much skilled labor. So if a company wants to grow, they want to produce a goods and they want to reduce their cost, they need the supply of skilled labor. The skilled labor will only help them in reducing the cost of products because they already know how to do a work and they will help in reducing the cost. And the fourth is growth of ancillary industries. Ancillary industry means your spare parts industries. The industry that is related to your spare parts and all that is that a company needs for the production. So if this is also available and they are also using these industry for the benefit of a company, it will also help in reducing the cost. Clear everyone? Now we will see you in the next